Hey, welcome everyone. We're just gonna take a minute to let everybody in and enjoy my favorite Christmas song, actually, in the background there. I just love that Peanuts song. Yeah, I know it's so funky, isn't it? It's what's his name? Vince Garibaldi? Paul, do you know? No? Anyways, it's one of the classics. I'm Chris Glover. I'm the MPP for Spadina Fort York. Welcome to our second annual Holipalooza. We've got a great lineup. This similar. It's actually a repeat of last year. We've got Paul David from Phusion Band is going to be singing us a couple of songs momentarily. Alana Schulman, who is like Fort York's Alex Trebek. She is just phenomenal with trivia. So I hope you're ready for some trivia. I don't tend to do too well because there's often a question about Dirty Dancing, and I've never seen the movie, and I've got to see. I know Alana's shaking her head. Like, I've had so many opportunities to watch it. Apparently it's on Netflix now, maybe over the holidays. Anyways, then we've got Newchoir who are going to lead us in some songs. And then we've got a question for you a little bit later on about how you're going to be celebrating the holidays. So we'll be finding out about that. And to finish off the night, zooming in all the way from the North Pole, we've got Santa Claus joining us. So let's start with a land acknowledgement. I'd like to acknowledge that we're on the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. And I'd like to acknowledge the continuing presence of Inuit, Métis, and other diverse First Nations peoples on this land, and that we are covered by Treaty 13, the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Treaty. So thank you everybody for joining us. And our first performance is from Paul David. Paul is a local musician, and he's with Phusion Band. He's performed, he and I live in the same building, and he's performed a few times in the courtyard of the building through the pandemic. And it's been really a wonderful respite, through all of this. So Paul, thank you. Welcome back to our second annual Holipalooza. What have you got lined up for us this year?
Thanks, everybody. So two songs, Feliz Navidad and also September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, take it away.
Thank you. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Woo! That was wonderful. Thank you. Nice. Really nice. You've got a great voice. You really do.
Oh, thanks. It's kind of weird singing with these ear pods in my ears. I can kind of hear but not hear, so it's an adventure in here.
Okay, cool.
Here's number two. Do you remember the 21st night of December? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our song was singing. As we danced in the night, remember how the stars saw the night away. Oh, 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 body fire. Say that you remember, body fire. We're dancing in December, body fire. Never was a cloudy day. Ba-da-dum, 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 and we said, ba-da-da, Santa, you remember, da da, dancing in September, body da da, never was a cloudy day. Ooh, da, da, da.
Whoa,
Thanks, everybody.
fantastic.
Happy
Thank
holidays.
you. Yeah, thanks so much, Paul. You perform around in the city. Have you been able to perform much through the pandemic?
Creatively, yes. So
Yeah.
what we've been doing is we've been performing on Facebook,
Mhm.
and whoever happens to come by is always welcome, and we interact with folks. So just like we're, I think my dog is trying to start a duo with me. I think he was barking. Yeah, and it's just a fun kind of event, and we're just starting to get back into doing that more often now. So we weren't doing that for about 6 months, and now we're coming back to that.
Fantastic. So how do we find out? How do people find out about these Facebook concerts you've got on?
Sure. Well, you can find me on if you search for Paul David Toronto. I tend to have more followers on my personal Facebook account than on the band's account. But we will as the months go by or as the weeks go by, we'll start to advertise on both. So you can find me personally on Paul David Toronto on Facebook, or you can find the band on Instagram or on Facebook at Phusion Band, Phusionband, Phusion Band.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? You're
Thanks
a
very much.
fantastic. No, thank you. You're a fantastic performer. And the whole Phusion Band has been in the courtyard of our building a couple of times through the pandemic. And the trio of you guys are just incredible. And it's
Well,
really
thanks
nice
to you. So
yeah. Okay. Hey, it was a fun thing. You got to have some fun in this pandemic, and that's what this Holipalooza is about as well. And our next thing, so this is something that started. Our next performer is, and I don't know whether it's a performance, Alana, but anyways, it's through the pandemic. Alana started hosting trivia nights for us here in Fort York, and she's fantastic. Alana, I love your trivia. I don't always do that well, but I try my best. So, so tell us how is this going to be? How is this going to work this year?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for bringing me back this year, and whoever was with me last year. Really glad that you came back. So what we're going to do is really use the chat for this. So you don't need a paper and pen. We're just going to go through every question. And the theme is all about holiday movies. I mean, classic movies. So I'm really hoping that you're going to know any of these. So if you would like to have the chat open, that's where we're going to go through every question and then just give the answer at the end of after I see a few pop-ups of the chat. And before I get started, Paul, that was great. That was awesome. Really glad to have you here again. So, all right. Is everybody ready with their chat?
So Alana, is the champion going to be determined by the person who gets their answer in first the most often?
This is going to be for fun, but you're so confident about it. Maybe you're going to win every answer this time.
Okay. Well, we'll see who comes. I mean, I think it might be worthwhile just tallying up if somebody gets more than one.
We'll see. If somebody wants to do that, I'm just
Pranav is shaking his head. He says, no. It's got to be a cooperative game. It can't be a competitive game.
That's it. And let's just see how many movies you've seen, right? It could be a while. I've definitely gotten back into a few of these classics over the last little bit. So let's get started. I know right now I have 15 minutes. I'm hoping I can get through most of them. But yeah, put those answers up. It'll be good to mute yourselves now, because somebody can call out the right answer. So we'll keep it in the chat. All right. So the first question is, how many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol? Wow, this is going fast. Look at all these comments. So far, I only see one right answer. One right. Okay. If I give it away now, we all know the answer. I gave it away too fast. Oh my goodness!
I think you did. I think now there's a whole string of fours. There was a string of threes to start.
Oh, I thought there was a 2 in there also. Well, it's 4. It's 4. So awesome.
I think Una Rose got that one.
She did. Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I can't say it yet in case somebody knows where I was lately, but I was at this place very recently. So the next question, the movie Miracle on 34th Street is based on a real life department store. What is it? Wow. Oh, wow, more coming in. I mean, majority wins here. It's definitely Macy's. I was just there about 2 weeks ago, and the holiday decorations were just amazing. So beautiful. All right, this one, like I had to think for a second. I couldn't remember because there's been so many. But in Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Wow. It seems
you
from
think,
the
eh?
answer, they're going everywhere on the planet. We've got Florida.
I haven't
Paris,
seen Toronto.
Scotland, San Francisco. Yeah. Why aren't they going to Toronto?
I have 2 right answers. 2? Yes, Xavier and Varun. It was Paris.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. In the classic Christmas movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described with 3 words. What are they? I feel like I mean, I would think that like you guys no.
Is that a critique?
Well, it's not.
That's
Xavier. Yes.
yes. Wow.
Yes. Stink,
Xavier's
stink, stunk.
Xavier's 2 for 4 on this, I gotta say. And not that we're keeping tabs because this is a cooperative game, we're not competing, but Xavier is 2 for 4. I'm just saying.
No. Okay, this one, everyone's got to get this one. In the movie, It's a Wonderful Life, what happens every time a bell rang? Music. Look at these answers coming in. You're all on your top game here.
Yeah.
That is right. An angel gets its wings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're coming up to our 6th question. Which Hollywood actor played 6 different roles in the Polar Express?
You know what? I'm actually doing fairly well on this thing.
Yeah?
I think so. If I got this one right.
Yes,
It's unanimous.
Tom Hanks. That's right. It was so funny. Tom Hanks came up yesterday. We were talking about him at work and we had to say which was our favorite Tom Hanks movie. And everyone's saying like, you know, the ones that are quite popular, but my favorite Tom Hanks movie is Joe versus a Volcano. Has anybody ever seen that? Like nobody knows what I'm talking about, but it is like one of the classic Tom and Meg Ryan movies that are so good. So I highly recommend it.
Okay. Some holiday viewing.
Yeah.
I just saw him.
It's a happy movie.
Yeah. I just saw him in Mr. Rogers, playing Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that was wonderful.
I can't believe he pulled that role off. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, well-rounded actor.
Oh.
And we just watched his son, Colin Hanks, recently in Jumanji. That was nice. He's only in it for like 2 minutes. Okay, in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what was the first name of the Scrooge?
Does spelling count?
No.
Actually, we seem pretty, yeah, it's that first, we've got a few different spellings.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Ebenezer. Yeah, I mean, they're all majority spelt the way I have it written down here. So good job. Okay, let's see. What did Frosty the Snowman do when a magic hat was placed on his head? Yeah, I mean, I would give both those answers, like came to life, but dancing. Like it feels like if you've come back to life, like you're going to be excited about it and dance around. So I think that those are all great answers. That's great. Good. How are we doing for time?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. Okay, this is not a question for movies, but still a good one. Which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot?
Can you repeat the question?
Which one of Santa's reindeer has the same name as another holiday mascot? How many right answers, Paul?
Different, yeah.
It is Cupid. That is right.
Blitzen.
Okay. In the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? So in the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves?
Oh, Xavier's doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, your name keeps coming up here, Xavier. You're doing great.
Like
All right, Sheila's response. No clue, but I love that movie.
It's such a good movie. Yes, it is Treat Every Day Like Christmas. Okay, what's the name of the main villain in The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Wow.
Jennifer, you got it. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oogie Boogie, William.
Boogie
yeah.
Oogie Man.
Boogie.
I think there's a song about the Boogeyman from the 70s. The Boogeyman. What I am.
All right, just a few more. What was the real name of the character Tim Allen plays in The Santa Claus?
Are these in scale? Like, are you going from easy to hard? Is that what's happening?
No, I could give a hint. They do have the same initials. So Santa Claus and his name, his character name, have the same initials. It's like, I remember it because it can't, like, it just came up so much in the movie. But it is Scott Calvin.
Oh, nobody got that one.
No. All right. Which fairy tale was the first gingerbread houses inspired by?
I think I know that one.
Yes, Hansel and Gretel. That is correct. All right, just for fun, how do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Whoops.
If I only knew.
Yes, we just had
Yeah.
that. Yes, Paul knows.
Exactly.
Paul's got that one for sure.
Yeah. Okay. We only have 3 more questions. We have time for 3 more?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got
Okay.
a few minutes left. Sure.
Okay, great. Who wrote Christmas doesn't come from a store? Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
These are great questions, I will say.
What a great book. Well,
Yes.
all the books.
Every one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And the movies. The movies have been fantastic.
Hmm.
Okay. Second last question. What was the first company that used Santa Claus in advertising? Yes. Can you see it? Like, can you vision
Yeah.
the Coke ads for with Santa? I was going to say for Pepsi. Oh, awesome. Okay, last
I got
one.
that one wrong.
Oh, did you? Oh,
I did. I put down Eaton's. I just figured, well, they had the first Santa Claus parade. Like it was.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah. That it used to be the Eaton Santa Claus parade in Toronto
Oh,
back in the day. Before it was, I don't know what it is, just Toronto Santa Claus parade now, I guess.
all right. This is the last question. So in the movie Elf, because it is really well liked right here, this is a great movie. How does Buddy get to the North Pole? It seems like it's the hardest question. Yes, it is in Santa's sack, in his bag. He hides there.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Thank
Una
you.
Rose. Yeah. And look, Xavier's name's up there again, too. Not that this is a competitive thing. It's totally cooperative. But Xavier, I got to say you aced this. Nice. Is that the last question, Alana?
That's it.
That was great. Those were really, really good questions. And I like doing it in the chat as well. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Thank you so much. What are you doing? So our next thing is we're going to be asking people, what are you doing over the holidays? Like, how are you celebrating? How are you going to be celebrating?
I mean, we start as early as tomorrow with the family party.
Mhm.
So I don't have any time off of work. So just whenever I possibly can, just spend time with family. No traveling, but maybe just after the holidays, I could, if things seem to be healthy, maybe I'll go over and visit some family in Ottawa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Even between Christmas and New Year's, you don't have a break?
Just like the 2 days. That's it. But
Okay.
we're busiest around this time at work.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, it's very busy.
What do you do again?
Well, we produce content for all these, like the Coke companies, the Pepsis. So they all want to be advertising right now and getting out fresh content for the new year.
Uh-huh. And I guess you can't recommend Santa Claus to Coca-Cola because they've already done that.
Right. But maybe something new, right? Maybe bring in a new Santa and take some good photos. Get
Nice.
some good content for their social media.
Nice. Wow. Well, Alana, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for doing the trivia. It's been great. Yes, let's give a round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. So this is the interactive part of the evening. And we're asking people, what are you doing through the holidays? How are you going to celebrate? And if you have an answer, just you can either type it in the chat or you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you and you can share it with others. Let's see. And while we're waiting, let's do Paul. Paul, can we call on you? How are you celebrating these holidays? What are you doing?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I'm planning a trip to Costa Rica.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm very excited about that. It's a surfing trip.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're going to be putting together, and I'm already in Costa Rica in my mind.
Wow. That's great. And so I guess you go to the Pacific side if you're surfing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Have
Yeah,
you been there before?
many times, many times.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you ever surf in Lake Ontario? I've seen videos of people doing that.
I sail on Lake Ontario,
Okay.
but no, I've never surfed it before. Actually, maybe 4 or 5 years back, people were surfing at Hanlon's Point in the winter during storms. It was nuts. I actually saw a guy with a longboard in the elevator, and he had icicles on his beard. I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I was surfing," and he was wearing a wetsuit from head to toe, and from
Oh
my
my
from my
God.
balcony, I could see with my binoculars they're actually in the water. Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty bold.
it's pretty bold. Yeah, yeah. So I haven't seen folks on longboards in a few years, but kite surfing has taken over that part of the island, and that's a
Mhm.
thing. Yeah, I've yet to try it there on the island. I've done it in Cuba, but that's another story.
Wow. But in the
Yeah,
winter time, actually, I was down in Cherry Beach
yeah.
just like a month ago, and there were a couple
Okay.
guys. There was a guy out there kite surfing. I
Hmm.
put it on Instagram. It was
Hmm.
absolutely phenomenal, but it was
Hmm.
like 2 degrees above zero, and
Yeah,
he's out there
yeah,
kite surfing. I just, whoa,
yeah. There are folks that do it on the lake there. Actually, that's where I
yeah.
sail, and yeah, like they made a kind of a kite. It's a homemade kind of a thing. A few people have done this, and when it freezes over on the outer harbor, they strap on their skates and off they go on a windy winter day. And I got to try it after they proved to me that there was about 2 feet of ice. They
Uh-huh.
drilled through and they do like a testing to make sure that it's pretty thick. And somebody handed it to me, and off I went. I had to let go. I thought I was going to take off like an airplane, like 2 winters ago.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's incredible. That's
yeah.
really incredible. Wow. How about other people? How are you guys celebrating the holidays this year? Anybody? Okay, Eric. I see Eric's with his hand up.
Yeah, well, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, so today, we're going down the boardwalk. It's wild storm today, right? And so the
Mhm.
waves are massive. In fact, there were some people out trying to surf today as well. I emphasize trying. Like the waves were huge, like, probably like 6, 7 foot rollers at least. That's not an exaggeration going through. And so some people were out. There were a lot of the kite surfers out today as well. In
Okay.
fact, the fire boat wound up coming out and telling them to go home. And it was kind of even rough with the fire boat.
Well, there was the guy who was killed a few months ago.
Uh-huh.
And they're catching crazy air. And yeah, it's wild. And then a bunch of my friends on the island do that regularly. But also, as you were saying, Paul, like, in the wintertime, getting those sails and on the ice, it froze down by Long Pond last year. And so, yeah, you could actually take the kite. One of my buddy took his kite surfing rig, but on skates was out back and forth. And in fact, I just hooked my hockey stick in the back. He was like, "Smiley, just put your stick in the back of my like suit, basically." And I hooked on and then just had a crazy ride. We're just flying. And then you'd have these other smaller rigs that I think Paul was talking about. It was pretty cool.
That sounds really fantastic. Do they wear
Paul is a big-
wetsuits or dry suits when they're
Well,
surfing up there?
So at this time of year, you would probably be rocking a dry suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the wintertime, just a lot of warm clothes, really.
Ooh.
Well, on ice, that is.
Yeah, on the ice. Yeah.
So cross our fingers. Hopefully we'll celebrate that way soon.
Yeah. Okay. Una Rose, I saw your hand up and then you got kicked out and you came back. What are you doing for the holidays this year?
Can you hear me? Okay. Whoops, I've got my computer on. Can you ask someone else? I'm having audio problems. on my.
Back to you. Let's see. I see Zane has written in the chat, I'm eating this holiday season too. Eating. Everybody's eating. Okay. Nice. I guess that's what you have to earn those, build up to those New Year's resolutions, right? Anyways, how about anybody else? Well, maybe. Yes, Sheila.
I was going to say, following on the wind theme this morning, one of the things I'm going to do is go out and buy some new extension cords and some things and go redo all of the lighting and decorations that I put out on my terrace because the wind took it all away today.
Oh, wow. So you've got to go. That's crazy. That's really
it was wild. And I was even afraid. I've got a smaller dog than Paul. I was afraid to take him out. I thought he'd get blown away.
Wow. How much does your dog weigh?
What do you weigh? 27, 28 pounds, maybe?
Okay, so not that small, like small, medium. Yeah, not cutie. Huh. Okay, I guess you've got some repair work to do from this. Una Rose, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to be spending Christmas alone because my dad, we used to go, the family gets together at my dad's retirement community, but a week ago, a staff member and a community member tested positive for COVID. So they're now in lockdown for 2 weeks. So my dad's like 94, so he might be spending Christmas. They can't even eat in the dining room. They have to stay in their own private rooms. So I feel pretty bad for him because he's never had to spend Christmas alone. And my mom just died a couple of years ago, so it's going to be really hard for him. So I'm just hopefully we'll know in a week or so if they're going to allow people in for Christmas Day, like the week of Christmas, and hopefully they will. But other than that, I'm going to be just staying at home, baking vegan cookies and butter tarts, all the holiday favorites, and playing with my cats, and basically having a small little Merry Christmas on my own. Probably.
And you make vegan butter tarts?
Oh yes, they're easy to make, and it's like, I don't know how someone could not make vegan butter tarts because it's a recipe that really lends itself well to vegan. But if you want a recipe, there's like hundreds of them online. Just Google vegan butter tarts. I have a blog and I've done it, and they're super great. And I'm a raisins person. I know some people aren't, but I'm a raisin person. I also add pecans, and the rest is just make a vegan pastry. There's vegan butter, so I use vegan butter, and it's really basic. It's so easy to do, and they're just amazing.
Okay. You said that we could look up the recipe. I actually want one of the butter tarts because I can't have dairy, and so I would love to have one of the butter tarts. So if there's a way that I stop by and have a couple butter tarts, let me know when you're baking.
Okay, for sure.
I know Sheila's shaking her head. Chris, really, like you're hosting this thing and you're mooching a butter tart. No, they sound really delicious. I see in the chat that Xavier, you're going to be writing a book over the holidays. Maybe you could tell us what you're writing about. And while he's doing that, I'm just going to say I am going to be going to Montreal. My daughter's there, and she's pretty much 8 months pregnant now. So I'm very excited. I know I'm going to be a grandfather. This is how I introduce myself. When I'm out at the doors, I say, hi, I'm Chris Glover. I'm the MPP for Spadina Fort York. My daughter's having a baby in January. Top of mind, Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Anyway, so we're going to be going there. I was up a couple of weekends ago just helping her get her place ready. It's very exciting to have a baby coming. Let's see. Anybody else want to share how they're spending the holidays? We got time for one more. No? Okay.
Zane.
Zane. Okay, thank you. Zane.
Yeah, I thought I'd chime in. Sorry, I'm a little in and out tonight, but yeah, I heard some of the stories. Sounds like a lot of fun. Someone's becoming a grandpa, someone's surfing, skiing, and such. I caught a bit of that. Yeah, I'm trying to plan to see family back in London, the lovely Ontario, London, not British London. Lots of people ask. So yeah, I'm just gonna try and see them, and if not, then spend some time here. My sister's nearby, so
Beautiful.
lot of staycation. Yeah.
Staycations can be the best, actually. They can be very relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, haven't seen family in a while too, so it'll be nice to like just relax and stay in and catch up on all the drama.
Okay. And I see Jennifer Williams. Is that you're spending time with family back in Toronto? Jenny, is that Jenny Williams from the TDSB? I'll look for that because there was a Jenny Williams that it is. Okay, so Jenny, I was elected as trustee in 2010, and Jenny Williams, there are 2 student trustees in the Toronto District School Board, and Jenny was one of the 2 student trustees. And one of the things at that time, students were not allowed to, there was a couple things that we worked together on. The first one was there was a proposal to have advertising in the high schools. They were going to put 3 screens in each of the corridors in the high schools, and then they were going to have 25% of the time playing ads, and then 75% of the time playing kids content. And I I was very much opposed to it. And Jenny and I and a group of the other student trustee at the time, who's now a Maclean's columnist, and a few other trustees, we actually managed to defeat that proposal. So if you walk into a Toronto high school and you do not see advertising on screens blasting at the kids, that's due in part to Jenny Williams. So Jenny, it's really nice to have you back and to have you joining us here tonight. Okay, our next event is Newchoir. We've got Newchoir. Are they there? Is Scott there? Hey, there we go. Scott and Allison. Hang on, we've got to unmute you. There we go.
There we are. Oh, you may see us flicker in and out this evening. We've got the northern lights going on behind us today.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, so what have you got for us this year?
Hey, we had a video last year. We've got another video this year we're excited to share with you. So I'm just going to cue that up.
Okay. You got a bit of reverb happening on your microphone.
Got the reverb happening. Don't you worry. It'll work when we do our sing-along.
Awesome.
It goes better with the singing.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Okay. But here comes our video from Newchoir members singing Chuck Berry, Run, Run, Rudolph. Here we go.
The reindeer, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph, Randolph ain't too far behind. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run,
Fantastic. That was really, really good.
That was amazing.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you create that video?
Hey, we can unmute. Okay. Basically, everyone sends in their own videos. I give them an arrangement. They record it all by themselves, so there's nothing else. And then we mix all of their voices. Oh, I'm flickering in and out. We mix all their voices together along with the band and give it over to a videographer, a video editor, and then we just kind of work together and make it happen.
Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, and now the next part of the show, you're going to be leading us in a couple of Christmas carols.
We are
and I'm
indeed.
looking forward to those. I've got to duck out for a second because I think I hear somebody up on the roof. I'll be back.
That's kind of important.
Yes.
I'm going to put some lyrics in the chat so we can all sing along. Yeah, so the first one is a favorite. Here comes Jingle Bell Rock. There you go. Let me just get my music. You good? Here we go.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the block. Mix and mingle in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle bells chime in Jingle Bell time. In the frosty air, what a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingling in the jingling feet. That's the Jingle Bell. That's the Jingle Bell. That's the Jingle Bell Rock.
There we go.
That was amazing.
Very nice. I saw people singing. That's great. Love it. And we have one more for you, too. I'm just going to...
Yes, I saw Ellen singing along.
Nice. Gonna grab the lyrics for the next one.
Maybe Chris can sing this to his granddaughter next
Ooh,
year.
yeah, there's an idea. Oh, I disappeared because I'm putting this in the chat. Or maybe not. It didn't copy. Let me try one more time. And paste. Why doesn't it want to copy and paste now? Oh no. Okay, let's do this one more time. Highlight. Smooth, yeah. Copy and paste. What's wrong? Why isn't it happening?
You'll just have to type the lyrics out individually, Scott.
That's gonna take 72 years. I mean, all right, so it's not working. See if you can find yourself some lyrics for "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year," since my computer has decided to not work for me. But that's okay. That's okay. Here we go. I'm gonna take this off transpose. All right, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. With those kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be parties for hosting
Marshmallows for toasting.
and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghost stories, tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. Long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you
This is
so much.
Addison. I'm Scott. We're from Newchoir.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Scott and Allison, I heard your songs there. Those are wonderful. Really, really wonderful. Thank you. You keep disappearing. There's something happening there, Scott.
I'm so excited to see it. I can't help it.
I think there's a little magic in the air.
Woo-hoo,
Yes, yes. Well, I'm zooming in from the North Pole. We've got broadband moving into rural Ontario. Well, up to the North Pole now. Thank goodness we have broadband. You know, it helps so much, especially with the toy orders. You know, I don't know if there's any kids online, but you got to get your letters into Santa because Christmas is coming up soon. The elves are working really hard in the workshop and they're getting everything ready. What did you, Scott and Allison, did you guys ask for anything for Christmas? What's on your list?
I would like a barbecue for Christmas, Santa.
Well, we'll see what we can do. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Santa.
I don't think that will fit in your stocking, but
I have a very large stocking. It's ready to go.
no need to brag.
How about you, Allison? What would you like for Christmas?
Oh, peace on earth, goodwill to all men, and
Nice, nice.
jolly happy Christmas to my family in England.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. What part of England is your family in?
They're in the north, in Yorkshire.
Are they? Okay, yes. Well, I'll be there on Christmas Eve, so I'll say hello for you. I'll leave a little note in the window, in the fireplace for them.
Wonderful. You'll be
Yeah.
there. You'll be there before you're going to be here.
Yes, yes, yes. I've got a whole route planned out, you know, and you can actually watch it. It's the radar, NORAD actually follows me as I go along.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that Santa tracker.
We usually
Yes.
watch the Santa tracker with my kids.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, yes. Well, it's a busy time of year, and I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank, I heard some of the show here tonight, the Holipalooza. Wonderful to hear from everybody. You know, nice to have Paul David here. He's a wonderful singer, wonderful voice. Alana came up with some wonderful, wonderful trivia questions. And Scott and Allison, you are just fantastic. I've got to say, you're an incredible pair. And I like that video that you put together as well. Okay, so everybody, I wish everybody a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, everyone. Actually, before we go though, I just want to ask Benna, what do you want for Christmas, Benna?
I'm gonna say exactly what Allison said. Peace and goodwill and all of that stuff. That would be the best Christmas ever.
That would be the best Christmas ever, you know, and it all starts with us. It all starts with us working towards that and putting it in our hearts, you know, and reaching out to others every step along the way. Got to think locally here and act locally. Okay.
And you know, a nice set of stilettos would be okay too.
Peace on earth, goodwill, and a set of stilettos. Okay. How about you, Pranav? What would you like for Christmas?
I would like, let's see here. Oops. I would like, well, yeah, same deal. Peace on earth. I don't know. I want the Raptors to win as many games as they can this year. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, another championship for the Raptors. Now that's not something that I usually bring in my sleigh, but I will try. I'll be cheering for the Raptors as well. Okay, up at the North Pole. Yes, because we can watch that now up at the North Pole, and it is my favorite hockey team. Anyways, well, look, everybody. It's so nice. Well, we play a lot of hockey. We can play all year round because there's ice all year round up there at up here at the North Pole. Anyways, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have a wonderful holiday. Hope you get to spend some time with family and friends, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, everyone. And happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.